And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than... Hey, Mr. Hopkins. Alright, so it is time to talk about social well-being. Okay. Social well-being, the ability to connect with others, relate to relationship to others, relationship to the environment. Okay, wait, too close. Okay, so relationship to others, relationship. Okay, so I find connecting with others relatively easy. Like I said earlier, I think that it has a lot to do with your emotions, because when you open yourself up, then you can really connect to others on a level that isn't as basic as like introducing yourself. I think relationship to others in general, relationship to people in general, I think that depends on your outlook on life. And I think that depends on how much you think people can change and how much you think people can differ from one another. And some people go out thinking that everyone's the same, you can't trust anyone ever, and things like that. People go out with these general outlooks on people, which just aren't very healthy at all, because everyone is so different from the next person. So I think that is the foundation of your relationship to others. So I can go out and say, I hate the world, I can't trust anybody because everyone betrays you at some point. And that's not a good way to start things. That way, if I go out like that and let's say I had to go into a Starbucks, right? I'm in New York City. I have to go into a Starbucks. I need to go to the bathroom. And I have my bike, and I don't have bike lock. So I need a way to know that my bike isn't going to get stolen, because it's a brand new bike, let's say. I need to be able to trust someone. And although it's New York City, and yeah, it's a brand new bike, and I don't want someone to take it, I need to find somebody who I can trust. So say I'm doing that, right? And there is a woman with a baby carriage. I can say, do you have a minute? I need to use the bathroom, and I have my bike, and I don't have a lock. And she might be more willing to say yes, because she would want someone to do the same thing with maybe her kid. I mean, obviously most people don't say, here's my baby, watch after it for 2 minutes. But if it were in an emergency, you would want to be able to trust that, you would want to be able to trust that person. So I just think it's important to be able to have a good outlook and not have to say, oh, I can never trust anybody to watch after my brand new bike, because everyone in this world is raised greedy and terrible and lying scum and all this other stuff. So I think it's important to be able to be open to building relationships with new people. I mean, although you might not build some complex new friendship with that woman with the baby carriage, I mean, it's still a relationship, an opening between one person and the next. Then let's see, what else do we have here? Relationship to the environment around you. I think that is the responsibility that you have to other people. You owe it to other people to be that person with the baby carriage, to be that person like, hey, if you need to go in there, I totally have your bike for you. I'm not in a rush, or even if I am, I can wait 2 minutes or something. And I think it's important to be that person in the environment around others, to say, to be that open person. If someone drops something and their hands are full, to be that person to pick it up. Because while you do that, have you seen that movie, what's it called, Pay It Forward, where one good deed leads to the next, and it just makes people's lives so much easier if you're that person, that stranger who's there for others. So I think that that has a lot to do with building the environment around you. Is if you kind of try and disprove that conjecture that everyone is out to get you and stuff, or everyone is out for themselves, and if you try and make it so it's not like that, if you try and show other people, look, I can hold your bike for a second, then that's what's gonna be around you. If you do that, then the next person might, then the next person might. One good day builds another person's good day. One smile leads to another smile, you know? So I think that's really important. Social well-being. And I think it's also important to be able to reach out, you know, and not necessarily wait around for others to reach out to you, but to reach out to them to start something new, you know. Um, like if you wanted to start like a bike riding club, it's like reaching out to others that's saying, look, we have this in common and maybe we can be friends too. And maybe we can be friends who do this together, who bike ride together, something like that. Just being open to connecting with people who you don't just know through a friend, or you don't just um you don't just know through college or something like that. Being open to take someone in or just get to know them without some conditional background, I guess. So that's the extent of my thoughts on social well-being, I guess. I just think it's important to be able to be that person who will talk to anyone, who, you know, you can make small talk with your waiter. That's cool. You're not above anyone and no one is below you, you know? So I think that's pretty important, to be able to be socially open and out there for others, to be able to lean on you even if you don't know them. Alright, well, I guess also in terms of where I'm going socially, I want to be that person to pay it forward. I want to be that person that other people can rely on, to pick up that fallen newspaper when they have a handful of coffee cups or something. I don't know. But I just want to, I want to show others that, like, the world isn't as scary of a place as you think it is, or that it doesn't have to be like that. You know, people can care for one another. Believe it or not, that's what happens in places that can happen in some place that isn't some utopian society or something like that. People can be nice unconditionally. Believe it or not, it happens. And it's actually a lot scientifically proven, and it is harder to be mean than it is to be nice. So if you go out there with a smile on your face and a pair of rose-colored glasses, yeah, you might get screwed over once or twice, but you can make someone's life a lot better and a lot easier, and that can lead to another person's life and another person's life. So I want to be that person in the future to do that. So that's it. All right, I'll see you later, Mr. Hopkins.